they won't shoot me down soon. They sing on a sleepless night. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Mic check. Mic check.
Good morning.
Is this thing on? Can y'all hear us? We are streaming to so many different places right now. I have no idea where all we are. But it's at the top, with the exception of Twitter.
Yay.
But we're streaming to Twitter right now. I just don't know why Twitter does not want to join us. Look, and we have double Sherry's. Double Sherry's.
Sherry, good morning.
Sherry's
my friend in real life now.
See how I bring people together. You know what I mean? Like I create lasting bonds of friendship and good cheer.
Yeah, and then he swears a group chat is about him.
Because it normally is.
No, because what else do we have to talk about? We don't have lives. We just have profit.
Wait a minute. Were you trying to be funny? Because I was over here being touched. Are you trying to be funny?
We have lives, sir.
Yeah, the sarcasm. It lost me. I can't stand you. Shout out to Brother Gohan. Thank you for the gifted membership.
Thank you, guys.
What's going on, guys? Good morning and welcome to the Conjure Cafe, where we get on here and we talk and start the day and start the week off with something lighthearted, fun, festive. Not normally the things that we use to describe Naomi, but on these days, she is.
Surprise.
Oh, my God. So what's been going on, Naomi?
Y'all, he said that he never heard that saying, you got to be two something to do something.
Never. Oh,
Who
my
else
God.
heard
Y'all,
that? Am I the only one? I can't
y'all
be
should be here for the chat before the music hits, because I've never heard that. I'm not going to say what prompted her telling me that. What's up, Coco?
Okay, Happy birthday.
But she said that you gotta be two something to do something. What
I
in the
didn't say
world?
that. I've heard men and women say that.
I've never heard that. Yes. Happy birthday. Look at there.
It's your birthday.
Look, listen, one of the luckiest days ever. And look whose birthday it is. One of the luckiest days that it's 7/14. And look who's birthday. Look at that.
Yeah, where's our numerologist?
Yeah, we gotta get Black Cat in here. Like Black Cat, you need to come in here and tell us what that means. Look, she's like, insert birthday dance here. You. I don't even know what type of dance she's gonna do, but me being from Atlanta, all like you.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh,
hey.
the new kids are talking about in it.
Yeah, I'm an old man.
Beyonce did it last night. And
Listen,
Blue did it too. I think she's from Atlanta.
I don't know.
So you gotta go in there. But the sad part is in what?
I don't know, and I don't want to know. I have given
See?
up trying to learn modern terminology. Look, like cooked, chopped. Like I can't. I can't figure it out. Look, that she is talking about in it. And look, what does that mean? I give up. I go. Y'all make sure y'all tell Coco Scissorhands, my other co-host and dear sister, happy birthday. And Coco, put your cash app in the chat. And
I'm
y'all
so
make sure
I'm so
look, if everybody send her $1, Coco, you better send me. If everybody sends you $1, you better send me half.
Nope.
You better send me half.
You like that parent. Let me hold you up your birthday money.
Right. Listen, that scam has been running ever since there were children. The let me hold your birthday money scam. Right? Y'all, there's Coco's cash app. One of the mods posted in the chat for me. I mean, pin it.
Pin it, pin it. We got pin money to
Look,
Coco's virtual shirt.
right. That's what we're doing. We're gonna pin money to her shirt.
I ain't never
Fellas,
had that. And I ain't had a birthday party. When the last time? I don't remember the last time I had a birthday party.
I have had birthday celebrations the last few years. They have been good. I think it's because Noonie and Ricky Ralph have been working me to death for the last 3 years. So, like, when my birthday rolls around, my sister's like, we should do something special for your birthday. And I'm like, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah. I mean, like the benchmark birthdays, 21. I,
Long gone.
I think it's 21 I spent in Iraq. Yeah. 30, I was in ice storm, stuck in the house. Yeah. Maybe 40 would be better. I got a year and a half to fix it.
Fix it, Jesus.
Yeah. Do something.
A year and a half to fix it. Okay.
Yeah, but my mom let me drink because I was home a couple days before my birthday. So she let me drink.
Wait, who let you drink?
My mom. I was already at war. She was like, you might as well.
Wait a minute. How old were you again?
I was 20.
And let me tell you, we grew up different because, yeah, my mama didn't let me drink, but I was wild child. I was a wild child. So I listen. I remember me and my friends would sneak and pay a patron of street pharmacy. Hey, this here old head, take this in there, buy us 2 bottles of Boone's Farm, and then you get to keep $5. He was like, bet, young blood, bet. And so he used to go in there, and I remember one. Let me tell you, I made the fatal error because I did not know anything about drinking, right? I was like terribly young. I was like 18, 19. Did not know. So if anybody, Boone's Farm is very sweet and bubbly. It's the Strawberry Hill, at least. It's like soda. And so I'm like guzzling it. Don't know no better. I drank 2 bottles of it. And then I went to sleep feeling fine because I drank it so fast. So I went to sleep like with a nice little, this feels all right. I woke up sick as a dog. And at this time, I was like 19. I had a car. What's up, Lexi? And my mom's car was down. And so she was like, I need you to take me to work. And I'm like, but I got the flu. I got the flu. Just take my car. I'm like, all I remember is like tossing my keys towards the door to my room without even looking. Like, I got the flu. Here. Throwing up in the trash can. And I know for a fact that room had to smell like a brewery. It had to smell like a brewery. But she didn't say nothing to this day. And I'm not going to ask. I ain't about to ask.
Well, I mean, I guess at 19, I was allowed to drink because in Germany, you can have alcohol if you're over 18. So we used to get up, tore up. And the club would stay open until like 7 or something. But my mom, she told me before I left, she said, I'd rather you smoke than get pregnant. And I don't ever tell
Wait,
no
what?
little child. That's what she said. She'd rather me smoke than get pregnant. And I took everything she said literally.
So you decided to start smoking?
Yeah, I ain't get pregnant.
Make it. I see the one thing I've known during the course of our friendship, you are extremely literal. And so it makes me afraid to say certain things around you because people who know me know I jokingly say things and they're like, oh shoot, Prophet don't mean that. Look, and I'd be like, shoot, go to hell. And then here's
I mean,
Naomi's like, Google directions to hell, please.
so
Like,
I know
no,
when you're being
Naomi.
sarcastic because you're being extra mean. But he said,
Wait a minute, me? Oh my
like, when you're being
gosh.
extra mean, I'm like, okay, that's just him. But he was like, you could bring your dog. So when I showed up with my dog, he was confused.
Listen, y'all. Okay, I'm glad. So y'all know Naomi and Sherry came down here. What was it, last weekend?
It was
What up, Black
Wednesday.
Cat? Oh, it was Wednesday. Wow, it was. Okay, so they were here Wednesday, right? And so they hop out the car and Naomi's walking the dog. And I said, did she just bring? She just brought her dog. And so I walked up to her. I said, I know you got some white friends. I know you got some white friends. She was like, what? I said, because you brought your dog to somebody's house. I said, I know. I said, you the type of person that be walking around the grocery store with your dog, don't you?
I have brought her. I haven't brought her in the grocery store, but I have brought her in the Dollar Tree. I
Oh,
carry
oh,
her.
oh. Dollar Tree is hood. Yeah, you can walk in there with a dog.
Yeah.
You
I
can
mean,
walk in there you can sell a whole litter of pit bull puppies out in front of Dollar Tree.
she was so good. Everybody's like, "Oh, look at the puppy," and then there was a little yapping dog in there barking at her, and she just looked at it like it was a peasant.
And that's why I was like, Naomi is very literal. So you got to listen. Look, that's why y'all be walking up Naomi flirting. She has no idea what y'all flirting. That
Oh
y'all
yeah.
flirting. She has no idea.
I,
You have
I
got to say, give me your number. Don't say it
sometimes
like
I
that.
know, and I like. Sometimes I know. Sometimes I don't. I told y'all that man was like, "Hello," and I was like, "Hello," and I just kept walking.
See,
And I didn't
listen,
realize that he was flirting until I got outside.
fellas, if you're gonna shoot your shot at Naomi, you listen, you just gotta be direct.
I mean,
Like,
it's better to be direct anyway because I don't like small talk. I had to learn how to have small talk with people and I used to walk in people's office and be like, "Hey, I need you to." Good morning.
see, listen, hey, but
And when they come to
there's
my
really
office,
nothing
I'm
wrong
like,
with
"What do
that
you
though.
want? Just tell me what you want. Don't ask me how I'm doing. Tell me what you want."
Okay, now you know these doggone now these new age jokers, the jokers nowadays do
Oh
not
yeah, they
know
are.
how to be direct. Now, except for the young cast, the young cast are too direct.
Yeah, they too direct. They like, "You can come to my house." That's gross.
Why is that gross? I mean,
Because they-
back in the day, it used to be a thing. Like nowadays, you can't even pick somebody up from their house to take them on a date.
because they don't know how to act.
It's
When
like
you
I'm not trying to go in, but they say, hey, that used to be the thing
so
back in
now
the day.
they know where you live. So when you don't want to deal with them no more, when you block them, they're gonna be outside your house.
Yeah, with a boom box, holding it up high,
No,
playing
ain't no
music.
boombox.
I tell you
All you
about
gonna
my.
hear is
Hey, I tell you about my buddy. I think I told that story where his lady broke up with him and he was outside her apartment complex yelling for her to come down.
mm-mm. There's a
Okay,
lot
so
of military people in my neighborhood. That's not gonna work.
Hyperpro 23, thank you for the follow. So yeah, a buddy of mine, he was going through it with his lady, and she had one of those. See, in certain parts of Atlanta, there's these old apartment buildings that may only have 4 units in it. So you have like the main door, and then you have the bottom left apartment, bottom right, top left, top right. Those right there. And they all have windows facing the street. And so he was standing out there, and her name was D. D, come to the door. And she was like, no, I ain't coming down. And because see, he got caught playing top lock, bottom lock. See, listen, he was smooth with it.
Oh,
So
that's the guy you gave him the secret sauce,
mhm.
and
Wait,
he
pause. Hold on, pause. You got to rephrase that. That don't even sound right.
well for the people who unpause.
Boop. Nuh-uh. Say that again. Say that again. We ain't about to
You gave
start
him
Monday off like
that
this.
working that it cloaked his house.
Yeah, a working. Thank you. You can't just be. Good God Almighty. You can't just be saying stuff like that, Naomi. Sheesh.
I forgot I was talking to a teenager.
You need to stop. No, they're out in the crowd. Look, do you see all them laughing faces? Look at all them laughing faces.
They
Look at
laughing
that.
at you.
No, because you the one talking about that's the guy you gave the special sauce. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Nice try, Dids. See, look at Coco. Look at Coco. Look at her in the chat. Look at her. So no, I gave him a working, but he played the game too long. So if y'all don't know, top lock, bottom lock, he had a door that had the knob lock, but then it had the lock ahead of on top of it. For most houses, it's the same key. But what he did was he had 2 separate keys. And so he gave his main chick the key to one lock, and he gave his side piece the key to the other lock. And so depending on which one he left unlocked is who could get into his house, basically. So he got caught because he played it for too long. He played the top lock, bottom lock game too long. But I mean, the work in hell for some months, almost a year. He was doing it almost a year before she found out. Like, wait a minute now. And I forgot. I think they ran into each other, which was bound to happen. I told him they're going to eventually show up at the same time. But anyway, so
You
he,
see why people want to stay single?
I
He
mean,
cheating for over a year, and now he in front of your house crying like a.
I did not say over a year. I said maybe as long as a year.
Yeah, but I'm like, why cheat and then cry?
Why cheat at all?
It's unnecessary. But people like they want their Kate and Edith too, right? That's what
Well,
it's
see, the
called.
thing is, this was like 20 years ago. There wasn't as much thought going on back then. So
There's always been that
I
going
guess
on.
a
Granddaddy had
a good side piece back then was hard to find.
yeah, but they were better than the ones now. They know your wife, they know your kids, and they gonna keep that secret to the grave. That baby is yours, and nobody knows.
But hey, Kenny said because he wanted yams one day and mac and cheese the other day, right?
Yep, and he gonna get a 2-piece plain.
But it was terrible because when they found it was terrible. So the main one was D, the one at the house. The side chick just carved the word bitch in his car, deep, like to the metal, and she misspelled it. Look, she spelled biche. So,
Yeesh.
She spelled beach. And then the funny part was this fool went to the auto parts store to go and get some touch-up paint. And I said, bro, you need to go to the dealership and
Yeah.
have them match the paint for you. He said, no. I said, no, you don't understand. When paint dries, it can dry a shade lighter or darker. So you can't eyeball wet paint. But he did it anyway. Naomi, when he covered up the beach, he covered up beach. When it dried, it was 2-3 shades lighter than the base, the regular paint. So all he did was highlight it. So now you gotta, and it was a green car anyway. So it went from money green to like light fluorescent beige on his car.
Was it a E?
No, it was BICH.
So she was.
I was like, dude, you can put an ON on the end and pretend like that's your favorite breed of dog. You like Bichons.
Yeah, he's stupid. She's stupid. They all stupid.
Yeah, pretty much they were.
That's terrible. That's terrible. There was a girl who A-Town stomped on this one guy's car, and she tackled him MP. I was like, I don't know what he did to make you angry.
No. I look, let me finish. So he's over at old girl's house crying, yelling at her, let me in. She's like, no, get away from my door. How about the entire complex opened up their window, started cussing him out?
Get
off the grass. People trying to sleep. Get the hell up out of here. Don't make me come down there. Bianca, thank you for the heart me. And so she was like, you need to get away. You disturbing my neighbor. He was like, F them. Crying, F them.
That remind me of Waiting Till Exhale. You're raggedy me.
Look, she called me. It was like, come get him. And I'm like, I ain't coming over there. I ain't coming over there. I'm not gonna. Nope. Look, y'all. Look, y'all cooking this.
When men get emotional, it's scary. That's scary. Not to me,
because society says that we've got to take these emotions and push them way down. So when they finally bubble up to the surface, like gas in the bathtub, now we're forced to deal with it.
Society doesn't say that. Men say that, and society follows what men say.
I think it's the other way around. Because see, we are only allowed, and I forget, Bill Burr put it perfectly. Bill Burr said, as a man, we're only allowed to express 2 emotions. We have all the other emotions, but we're only allowed to be fine or angry. That's the only thing that as men we're allowed to express. We feel all sadness, melancholy. We feel all the other ones, but we're only allowed to be, hey, Lou, how are you? I'm fine. Scott, what's going on? What's up? Oh, I'm fine. Black Cat, what's that? I'm fine. And, or else that's acceptable, but also that's acceptable too. But if heaven forbid I'm whimsically happy, then what do y'all say? Oh man, Prophet being extra what's that new word y'all got? If a dude is just prancing around happy,
you saying somebody gonna call you sassy?
Yeah, sassy.
Ain't nobody calling nobody sassy.
Heaven forbid.
Men call each other sassy.
No, we don't.
You know who be getting mad when men paint their nails? Other men. We be like, what color is that?
That's because we like to rib each other. We like to poke fun at each other. Were you not there when I played? Hold on, let me play it again. let me play it again. I gotta find it.
Gas in the bathtub? What?
I gotta find it. See, this is how men, this is how we like, that's just how we are. We're just terrible to one another, and that is how we show love. Hold on. Yeah, this is how men show love to one another. Let me see if this will play first.
Would you guys?
Now, everyone, let me know if y'all can hear this. This is me, Black Cat, and Scents and Fragrances playing video games.
Be there for me if I was going through something?
No.
Would you guys be there for me if I was going through something?
No.
Nope.
Absolutely not.
I hope it sucks whatever you're going through.
I hope it sucks.
What the fuck?
I hope it emotionally scars you for the rest of your life.
I hope you reach out to me so I can ignore you.
I can't wait to go to your funeral knowing that I could have changed that outcome.
Man, what the hell?
Shit got real quick.
I was just asking if you would be there for me.
So yeah, that's how guys relate to one another. That's pretty much how we do it.
If
That's how we do it.
you are in a hyper masculine, well, in the army's very masculine, so that's normal. We had a guy who was like, I'm gonna do it. We had another soldier take out his 9mm and slide it across the table
Oh my gosh.
because he knew he wasn't gonna do it.
Hey, I do not condone any of the behavior that Naomi is. If someone, you should absolutely take it seriously. Do not be like Naomi and her apparent band of
Nothing.
psychopathic friends. Okay,
That's not dark. The dark humor got dark because it was like we was going to we was walking to get food, and one of my good friends was like, stalker to our
jeez. But yeah, admit we're only allowed to be fine or angry. That's it. Anything in the middle.
Yeah, we
Yo,
take it too far.
what is that? There is a term that y'all have started using for men that are like too happy, too expressively happy.
Who is y'all?
The social media. You're young. You should be able to tell me this stuff. What is that term that y'all use for dudes nowadays? Like, oh, he being a little bit too this.
Oh, you talking about what? Sassy? No.
No, not sassy. You've already said that. We've already established sassy.
Um,
Come on, how can you use words like limerence, but now you've drawn a blank?
I don't know. Nobody
How are you drawing a blank now? There it is, zesty. That's it right there.
Zesty.
If a dude is too happy, now we're zesty. So we're only allowed to be angry
I think only
okay.
homophobic people use the word zesty because it's like they're comparing people to, they're making a comparison and it's not a fair comparison. And that's an ignorant statement. That's very ignorant. That's why I didn't know what it was because I don't use words like sassy and zesty.
But y'all, look, y'all just make us to either just be fine or angry. That's it.
Well, that's all we were allowed to be, and we weren't allowed to be angry either. Like you have to be of a certain rank to be allowed to be angry.
Listen, hey, that's just part of the Black community for like our first couple of 100 years around here. We weren't. Look, people like, why y'all so mad all the time now? Because we weren't allowed to be mad for like 200 years. We were not allowed to be mad.
No.
Look, Richard Pryor made this joke. He was like, well, when he had this character called Mudbone, and Mudbone was like this old black man from Tupelo, Mississippi. And he said Mudbone went and picked up, this white lady from the depot. That was his job, to go pick her up. And he said, how you doing, ma'am? Miss ma'am? And she slapped him by his upside, pow. He said, "Shoot, I got mad because back then that's about all you could do was get mad." Because I was like, man. Look, see, Solani Hoodoo in the chat said, "Nah, women use it a lot." See, everybody's zesty now. Thank you for advocating for us, Solani. We appreciate it.
Well, I like to call myself, I like to be inclusive of people.
So
I like to
everybody's
watch.
zesty.
I watch what I say. I don't body shame. I don't kink shame or slut shame.
Me either. I love everyone.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
Because when you found out what the word unicorn is, you was shocked and appalled.
I still don't know what it is. What in the world? Yeah, my memory, because of lack of sleep, I found is extremely short term. It is terrible. And don't tell me, I'm sure it's not appropriate. And you are not able to explain things. Like you are so literal that you'll just say, "Oh, that just means
A
da da da." And I'm
unicorn
like, "No, you're
is
gonna get us demonetized."
a person, a single person that joins couples, man or woman, usually woman, but for fun.
You know, I'm too stingy to allow
No,
that. I'm too
but
stingy.
the bad part about unicorns is always the mid-faced men.
Oh God. Listen, let's can we pick a spiritual topic, please? Because I don't know what side of the bed you woke up on this morning, Naomi, but
What is
apparently it is you woke up on the spicy side of the bed.
what spicy? You played the song and then you talk about I'm the spicy.
She's on mid. No, Coco. Remember the song you said I should never play? So I played it for Naomi, and Naomi's like, she was like, play the song. Everyone should hear this.
I did not say that. I did not. I do not want to. I do not want to be canceled. I do not agree with
What's
that
up,
nonsense.
Micah? One of
Hi,
my favorite people.
Micah.
Micah's one of my favorite people. She been too busy to hang out lately, but welcome back. Oh, I know what I want to talk about.
You know what? I
So,
had a question too.
okay, fire away.
I
What's wrong?
was when you was talking about ancestors yesterday. I was
Mhm.
thinking about how people pour alcohol. Is that a hoodoo thing?
No, you mean okay. That's actually an African traditional religion thing. The whole well, in the ATRs we'll spray alcohol, right? But there are times when you'll just pour it, the pouring of libations, right? And so that is something that kind of trickled up in the popular culture, pouring a little out for the homies who can't be there. We've done that for so long. So yeah, like the pouring the alcohol now, not if I mean you don't give it to your ancestors if they didn't drink, but it can be used for like other spirits.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if it was an AI or it was a lady pouring out alcohol when that plantation died. I mean, that plantation got on fire.
You know, and I need some ideas for another what you call it, for another AI video. I need some ideas. But yeah, so people will read books and watch videos and will put alcohol on the ancestor altar because the book said put rum. And one or two things will happen. Right? Either your people will be like, "Oh, great, thank you," because they like to drink while they were alive, or your people never drank because like Mr. J's family down here, they did not drink at all. None of them.
Yeah,
And
I
so
don't know.
putting like them putting up alcohol for their people would be pointless because they didn't drink.
You know what? I never seen my dad's side of the family, but my mama's side of the family, they get down. My mom, she said she used to get, after my youngest sister was born, she would drink Alizé and the baby end up under the bed. I was like, Mom, don't tell nobody else that.
Wait, what? What's up, B Jones, Blue House? The
That
baby
was
end
my
up under the
tradition.
bed.
Yeah, my sister she would just fall and be asleep.
Okay.
You know, you gotta drop the baby one time. They gonna fall.
I'm starting to think that we need to have a safe to say list for this show because
She's
you
25. She's good. She's not
uh,
all there, but she's good.
there are certain things that the platforms will be like, they give us the Dikembe Mutombo. No. Like there's certain things, Naomi. We because this is twice now. The first time we were talking about introducing toddlers new food, and you were like, well, you sometimes just gotta let them choke. And I'm like, whoa.
There were medical professionals that agreed with that.
I don't think you should just let the kids, are you like, they'll figure it out. I'm like, I don't think so.
You stand there and you watch them. If they don't, you give them a chance to recover it. And if they don't recover it on their own, then you help them. But you give them a chance to recover it on their own. Because when you send them to school, you think the teacher's standing there looking at them while they're eating?
Now I'm paranoid. Wreck-It Ralph and Demolition Woman are never going to school. They're gonna stay here. I'm homeschooling them. They're gonna stay here.
Yeah, okay.
Kenny, I like
thought
the
that
idea.
too.
Kenny says an AI video of a hobo demon pushing the pendulum for a TikTok reader, both with not. I like that. Because no matter, I'm convinced that oracle cards, pendulums, dream interpretation, this is just because people in the spiritual community have become lazy. Because nobody wants to learn and memorize the meanings on cards anymore. So they're like, I'm just gonna dangle this thing, and whatever happens, happens. I'm just gonna, and no matter how much I tell people, y'all stay away from pendulums, stay away. They're gonna sit there and do this, and then like, oh my gosh, what happened?
Rods
Why do I
too.
have Annabelle in my house?
I've seen all colored of peoples with the rods, and I'm like, what?
Where the heck? Listen, okay, so I don't recommend those either. But what old school? I'm convinced that the more we, as the Broken Army, dispel a lot of the non-hoodoo foolishness, people gotta find something else. They're like, dang, I can't use this pendulum. They're gonna talk about me. I can't use a stack of oracle cards that are really just index cards I done wrote random phrases on and talk about giving it a reading. People gonna make fun of me
too. Like
it'll be a stack like this, and they'll be like, what in the world are you? And I saw a lady, and it was just a stack of index cards, and one of them said, he watching your page, and she was like, look, collective, spirit says he's watching your page. And all you saw was this emoji in the chat. And I'm like, that's all y'all wishing somebody was. Well, ain't nobody watching your page.
and that's not even how you do it. This is how much my patience is. That's how much patience I got left.
But I think people are lazy. They don't want to memorize any meanings anymore. So they're like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go with whatever. But the dowsing rods, yeah, okay. I am convinced there's some legitimacy to dowsing rods, but I think it's mainly for water. Because Hoodoo Central, our water comes from a well. And the guy came out to we had laid me and Mr. J dug the trench and laid the actual water line from the well to the house. We did that ourselves. And so when the people came, when they finally ran high-speed internet out here, because before we were on straight dial-up. You had to pay for it, but it was dial-up. And so the guy was like, I said, man, I think the water line is that way, so you don't want to go across there. He was like, He pulled out some sticks and was like, oh, there it is right there. And he did not hit my water line. So I'm convinced that dowsing only works for water because that's what it was called. They used to be called water witches back in the day.
I mean,
but now people want to use it for anything now.
That makes sense. Yeah, somebody didn't see in a movie and they just pointing to their water.
Yeah, that's all it is.
That's crazy. Yeah, but them people are just fulfilling, the needs. People have needs, and they just fulfilling the need. They need somebody to tell them that the ex is coming back.
Yeah, even though it's been years, people will profit. Me and this person been dating off and on for 7 years. I said, no, you're not. I said, you're on. They're off. 7 years, you're on. They're off.
Let
And the
the
only time that
breadcrumbs
they seem
go.
like they're on too is when the person they really want to be on with is off. So they come back to you. That's why this off and on for 7 years, miss.
You the I mean, you got at some point you got to let the breadcrumbs grow. Let them go. You deserve better. Let it go.
Look, Kenny has no idea how true this is. Kenny said, "Don't tell them that prophet." Now they're going to say the reading of people accurate because we're 80% water or something. They're going to say something like that. That's why I have to be lucky, Lord, not lucky. I have to be careful with what I say because people will take it and use it to validate something crazy. I had a nurse hop in here and say that women's menstruals sync up, especially around the full moon. And I'm like, that's never been proven. Like, well, I'm a nurse. I would know. And I'm like, well, every journal of medicine said that that's never been proven.
Well, I mean, it's if you have a regular, you know, if you're a regular, yes, it's 28 days and the cycle of moon is 28 days. So they may sync up at some point, but that's not one doesn't correlate with the other. They just have the same kind of cycle.
Eventually, I mean, eventually it'll, like you said, it's like if one is spinning like this, and then eventually they'll boop meet in the middle, and y'all all at work mean at the same time.
And then that means you're a blood witch.
Okay, see, now people gonna clip that, and people gonna clip that. Next thing you know, everyone's like, "I've just found my path. I am a blood witch." What's up, Kay? What's up, Miss T, the boss? Wicked B of the West said, "My apologies. I'm not here often in the morning." Who is the other host so I can follow them too? She don't have no channel. I keep trying. I keep
I'm
trying, but
getting channel one
her
day.
adorable dog.
I do. I have a my TikTok has like 20 people on it. Hers got like 2,200 people.
Are you serious already? She is blowing up because your puppy is so stinking cute.
She is, and she's very sassy.
Yeah, she was chasing her puppy was chasing my chickens.
I
And
wish
I'm
I would
like,
have got a video of that. That would have been too funny.
oh my
She
God.
was so happy to chase some chickens. That rooster would have tore her tail up.
That's what I was worried about because Petey Pablo does not play about his women. Petey Pablo done chased a hawk out the yard about them girls. He don't play.
You know
But he
what's
be letting me
crazy
go out there
though?
and
She
feed
saw
them.
a cat on the fence the other day. I take out in the morning at 6. She saw a cat. She did her
Thank you,
1 and
Kamei.
2, and she ran back in the house. I was like, so you're chasing chickens?
I'm sorry. Look. Sherry said that chicken ran past my legs. Look, chickens get the hell on. They do.
I'm surprised my kids aren't chasing chickens, especially my youngest.
It was about 4 degrees hotter than hell that day. They weren't
It was
about to be out there.
great because the sun wasn't beaming. At least we had overcast.
It was overcast that day.
All the butterflies was outside.
Listen, y'all. Naomi and Sherry came down. We went to like several graveyards. We went to one, and the spirit was like, "Ruh, ruh, ruh." And Naomi was like, "What did it say? What did it say?" Because I had the little spirit box app out, right? Naomi said, "What did it say?" And then she started walking towards the gate. She grabbed little man, started walking towards the gate. And I was like, "What did he say?" And I said, "Hold on, Naomi, wait. He just always, that's okay." But somebody's over it when they don't even turn around and acknowledge you no more. They just throw up a hand and keep walking. I was like, Naomi, because I knew that spirit because I'm always in that spirit. I said, I know him. He's just cranky like that. Naomi was like,
I don't know him. I was in his space. I was like, "You're right."
She spent the rest of the time outside the fence. Outside.
Right. My dog was barking. He's like, get. She's like, get out of there. Why y'all in? Get out of there. Get on out of there.
And
But
to the
then,
exit
but
she
then we
went,
was
man.
inside the shop, and the picture got knocked down behind me, so I was rightfully terrified.
Okay, so people don't believe that there's a ghost there, and I keep telling y'all,
Who don't believe that?
there is a spirit there. And so a picture just came flying up off the wall right behind Naomi. And then, and again, Naomi was like, well, look at the time. Well, we
Like,
got a
what
long
did I
drive
do?
ahead
I
of
didn't
us.
do anything.
We got a long drive ahead of us. Guess we'll go on and get on the back up out of here. Let's get on this road. Come on, y'all. Let's go and get on the road. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, that was a hot mess. I was like, what the hell?
Like I sure hope the spirits don't make you feel unwelcome. Like y'all stop, calm down. Yeah, I don't know what that was about though. But Annabelle played that piano like I was worried she was gonna do. So y'all know I order Walmart late at night. If those of you who do not know, I have a big Annabelle doll inside the shop, and she's sitting on top of a piano.
Chill.
And I said, and the funny thing is, my sister said it first. She said, it'd be real funny if you out there walking around one night and you hear that damn piano play. And I said, yeah, yeah, that'd be funny, right? That'd be funny. That yard will have all my dookie on it. And so I order Walmart every day. Every day I order Walmart. And sometimes it's late and I'm like, oh no, they don't have any milk. Because these kids over here drink milk like a calf. And I'm walking to the gate, and you see how far it is from the front door to the gate. Through that yard at night. And the shop is right there at the gate. And so I'm walking to the wagon where Walmart drops the order off, and I hear dum dum. I said the devil is a lie. Me and that wagon, because I wasn't about to leave my Walmart out there because I had my little Debbie's. I ordered me some little Debbie's too. So me and that wagon were streaking across the yard. And I said, from now on, because see, it's 2025 black people. We don't clap when we serious no more. Let's stop that. Let's give them the chop. Because back in the day was from now on. No, we gonna give them the chop hand. Y'all, from now on, I am driving my golf cart to that gate.
Wait, she gonna get you?
I don't know what she doing. She in there damn playing pianos.
Well, I don't know. My youngest son don't know danger, so he probably would have picked up and gave her a kiss or something.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would have grabbed her down if we didn't stop.
Listen, your youngest is amazing. They're both good kids, but listen, that little rascal there, he ain't scared of nothing. He walked in the shop. He walked in, and he was like, what's in here? What's up under there?
He was like, why the snakes in the cages? Let them out the cage.
Right. I'm like, no. Listen, that snake is bigger than you, little fellow.
That's how he was. We went to Repticon. He was doing that to all the snake cages. This lady had this, well, I think it was a guy, had this some big old animal on him, some snake, and he grabbed it like it was a little puppy.
And see, the thing is, Lilith is massive. And look, like Lex and the TikTok say he speaks parcel tongue for Harry Potter. You never watch Harry Potter. And I'm like, man, listen, Lilith is massive. And I'm like, little fellow, Lilith could probably digest you. So we're not going to let Lilith out right now.
Yeah,
she's sweet.
He barely 40 pounds. He would have been right in there.
I did go ahead and name that snake Naomi, like I said I would.
Yeah, you're gonna regret that.
Oh, look, check it out. I went ahead and named her Naomi. Look, She's a little lass.
Little where?
She's a little lass. I have yet to figure out how to take a decent mirror picture.
It's okay. You got that Gen X. As long as you don't put it up high like this.
No, that's not Charlie.
You start taking pictures like that, we gon'
Have you noticed, or has anyone noticed, whenever I share a picture with y'all, I always look confused and old. Like I don't know that a picture is about to be taken. Like, look, I always look like I don't know that someone's about to
you look like you got
take
a
a picture.
snake wrapped around your neck. That's what you look like.
Well, yeah. Well, I had there's a reason for that because I had a snake wrapped around my neck.
Where's the capture button?
Listen, look, Miss T. I always look like a confused old man in pictures that I'm taking myself. I'm always like,
Where's the button at?
yeah, I always have to find the button. And then when I do look up and smile, I look, can't say that, but I always look like I don't know what's going on.
I don't take pictures very well. That's why I don't have very many. I always look like a psycho in all my pictures.
I have the picture of all of us together. I forgot which phone I took it with though. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. I'll make it work. Listen, I've added doll kits back to the site on pre-order.
Doll kits.
Because we were talking about Annabelle, and that's what made me think about it. See how the ADHD works in my brain?
Oh,
I'm very non-linear.
Over here.
How is it you have like laser focus? Well, I'm just like I'm going to have a million different conversations going on in my head at once.
What do you mean? I interrupt you and change the subject every time.
I mean, that's why you are an accountant. You can sit and do numbers for hours.
No, I can't. I got 25 minutes and then I have to get up. Every 25 minutes I get up and then I find me a little snacky snack.
Look, a little snacky snack. Yes, look, I remember back in the day, I would cast. Look, I'm gonna use TikTok lingo. I would cast a few spells, then it was time for a little drinky poo. It was like a reward.
Oh my gosh!
It's time for a little drinky poo.
I'd be like, what we got in the kitchen?
And on the days where I had to do like a bunch of work, by the end of the day, I was sloshed.
Oh my gosh!
Like, Prophet, he came back, but now he broke, and I'm like, you didn't specify. You just said you wanted him back. I had to take his job away. Now he's so broke, his only choice was to come back to you. She said, I didn't want him like that. No refunds. Wicked Bee of the West says, so I met a woman in Berkeley who said her ancestry as far as Hoodoo has origins in Florida and the Native Americans from that land. False. False. The introduction or the inclusion in Native American mysticism in Hoodoo was overdone and fabricated by marketeers in the early 2000s. What they did was they took from a point in time when American marketing had to include a lot of imagery from other countries, other religions, other nationalities. For instance, no one would buy lye, but there was red Indian lye, there's red devil lye, Chinese wash that absolutely did not come from anything Chinese. Okay, it was marketing at the time. And so the Lucky Mojo Curio Company in the early 2000s, they were really big on that in order to destabilize and decentralize Hoodoo as a religion and firmly cement it as a tradition, because they had to make it a tradition because religions can't be changed, but traditions can be changed and adapted. So they started pulling everything else. What people don't understand is we came here with our own methods of divination. And we were also people of the land. So we didn't need the Native Americans to tell us what was safe to eat, because if I look and I see that little squirrel eating that, and that little squirrel, and then a bunch of dead squirrels around here, I could maybe eat it too, but I'm gonna taste a little bit of it. We knew how to do things like that. They were the ones, I mean, the palm-colored marketeers who would say all the time, "Oh, well, the Native Americans taught them how to use the roots and the herbs." We were people who've been working roots herbs for the longest. And there was no Amazon or anything to feed us what was safe to eat. We just figured it out a lot of times. And we also, through trial and error, figured out what was good to work with. And if that didn't work, there were Mambos, Hungans, Babalaos, Inifas, maybe not with those titles, because those are a lot of them, except for Babalaos, are diasporic. Diasporic? Is that how you say it? Titles. But we kind of knew things. So when people say certain things, I can immediately know that their hoodoo only goes back 20 years from when the marketeers first started taking hold. So when they start mentioning Native Americans, when they start doing, I know, this is somebody who doesn't really know. They either read a bunch of books or they learned from someone who read a bunch of books. And that's what's dangerous. We have almost let it get to the point of no return, because it used to be that you could look at someone who had some age on them and go, that person surely knows what they're talking about. But see, Lucky Mojo's been out since 2008, and they've been pumping out horrible book after horrible book for 20 years. So someone could have picked up their books when they were 45. Now they're 65, and you're looking at this 65-year-old like, oh, you must know what you're talking about. No, they've been doing something wrong for the last 20 years of their life. And so that's what's dangerous, and that's what sucks. It's terrible.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It's like we want to be anything but black. And I'm like, what's wrong with being black?
That's what I'm talking about.
People be like, I've had people come up to me, what do you mix with? Black and more black.
Thank you, now, Rise. You had that extra in there. Yeah, I don't understand it. And listen, it was Indians, Native Americans, people want to put that in there. When people get church hurt, then they want to run the Wicca, and they're witches. And if they're not witches, they're brujas. Now, bruja, totally legit thing, but that's a word that's, it's a Spanish word.
Yeah.
And you black with more black and extra black. No Spanish in you, but you're a bruja now.
Yeah.
Taking the egg, I'm doing a limpia. Hush your face. Limpia is just Spanish for wash.
Witches,
cleanse.
As a sense of, it's a defense mechanism in certain areas, because it's like, I have power to take control over my life and yours too.
Well, but you can do that if you just buckle down and focus on learning legitimate root working. But see, the problem, Naomi, is that everyone takes a little bit of this, a little bit of that. They take the stuff that resonates with them. If you don't know what you're doing, you shouldn't pick something that resonates with you.
Yeah, because
you don't know what you're doing. It's like, for instance, I pick colognes based off of how y'all react to them. I'm not gonna pick a cologne that I like. I'm not trying to attract me. So people pick something that resonates with them, and I'm like, why would you pick something that resonates with you when you don't know nothing? If I don't know how to cook, I'm not gonna pick a recipe that makes sense.
Everybody want to feel special, and it's like, that's why people say I've been called to hoodoo, because people in the church say I've been called to preach, and knowing doggone well,
ain't nobody called you in here, dang on devil.
Ain't nobody called you nowhere.
I was wondering why I was getting hot.
We had this husband and wife team, and we could clearly see who was called to preach and who wasn't, because when they got up there, the proof was in the pudding, and it wasn't the husband.
Okay.
But
Okay.
his Sundays, we just grin and bear it through it.
Listen, I thought I was the only one like that. My sister makes she pokes fun at me because I still will watch my grandma's old church on TV on on Sundays. But of course, obviously, the pastor's like almost 80 or he just turned 80. So his son and his son's wife will preach some Sundays. And I'll tune in and I'm like, oh, it's Junior. Click. Or I'm like, there's Jackie. Click. Turn it off. I will not go to church down here sometimes. If I look at the church calendar, I'm like, oh no, we got a guest pastor.
That's that used to happen. We had a big old church, and the pastor was like, "Look, y'all better show up if I'm not here."
Look,
Folks would
listen,
not show up if pastor was on vacation. Nobody coming.
we went to church yesterday, and we don't show up fashionably late, but we show up after the announcements and the hugging. That's when we like to go in there. And so we walk in and we hear another pastor preaching. And I look at my sister, she looked at me, I said, "Who is that?" She said, "Oh no." And see, the doors of the church were still closed because they don't open them up until after a certain point. And so you have to wait outside until that point. And I'm thinking to myself, this is when I knew we were locked in telepathically. Because in my mind, I said, and I did like this, but it said, "Should we go?" And then she was like, "Oh no." And I said, and in my mind, I was like, "Do you think they know we out here?" And then she's like, "Well, if we gonna go, we better go fast." And then next thing you know, the doors open. Like, damn it, all the hell. Caught.
Because the ushers look at you and they give you that eye. Be quiet. I'm opening it up in a second. Don't pull on this door.
Baby Doll and Pamela, thank y'all for the gifts. Listen, I had to tell Pastor, I said, if you ever see the church finger, it's because one of them done. I'm blaming it on Wreck-It Ralph and Demolition Woman. Knowing sometimes they just be talking. I gotta go.
My oldest would be quiet during the singing, and as soon as the pastor put his feet in front of the pulpit, he decided he wanted to talk. So he'd be like, I'm like, brother.
Listen, Wreck-It Ralph got the giggles yesterday in church, and I'm like, what is wrong with this boy? He's just giggling like crazy. I'm like, what is wrong with this boy?
Yeah, and in the Army, I used to work with the chaplain. I was never allowed to sit and listen to the sermon, and I was kind of grateful for that because I would have to take my son, and we would be in the hallway because he would not shut up.
Hey, sometimes kids
like,
are a
thank you,
blessing.
son.
Sometimes they're a blessing. Like, thank you. Look, people were mentioning colognes, and I actually was going to touch on this, but I didn't know we already over. So sometimes when I'm doing like a house cleansing, or if I'm going somewhere that I know it might be some devilment that I don't want to touch me, there are some, because I make a lot of stuff, or I may wear like a jetstone necklace. This was made by one of my, I don't like the term students, but she made jewelry. Shout out to Lexi, aka Virgo. She made that super cool and sent it to me. But there are some commercial colognes, fellas. There's some commercial colognes you can wear that will make sure that stuff don't, it's very resistant to sticking to you. The couple of them are made by Hugo Boss. Hugo Boss Bottle Absolute, or Absolute, because there's no T on there, is one. And Hugo Boss Bottled Elixir, okay? These two have prominent frankincense notes. And the frankincense in those two colognes will keep away a lot of negative energy and negative entities. So if you work like in a hospital, fellas, if you work in a prison, if you work anywhere there's negative, if you work in sales, because sales is so competitive, everybody is throwing something at you. Wear you some Boss Bottle Absolute. If you are working in somewhere that is very like sales or like corporate America, Givenchy.
Givenchy.
Yeah, is that how you say it? I don't know how to say it. How you say that?
I don't know.
Because I was saying Givenchy.
No.
It's not Givenchy.
No. 2 Chainz said Givenchy. God
Oh,
bless you.
look, Givenchy, Gentleman Ombre. This one right here. This one right here. Besides the fact it smells like you should have on a tuxedo. It does smell like you should have on a tuxedo. It has prominent tobacco notes, not Newport. Think more like really smooth, black and mild, a little bit of amber, a little bit of vanilla. That one right there will give you the upper hand because it tamps down a lot of negative energy. It
I like
tamps
the
down a
smell
lot.
of tobacco in the fragrance.
Look at y'all, Givenchy. Lord have mercy. Now, y'all always ask me, when are you gonna make something for women? When are you gonna make something for women? Because I'm always sending stuff out for my boys. Shout out Black Cat. Black Cat out there killing the game with some stuff I sent him. Killing the game.
No, I had to ask you for months for a queen root.
Okay. I have one. Now, and I'm gonna whip it up a little extra, but if y'all want to order, it's Donna Karen, Cashmere, and Palo Santo. Donna Karen's Cashmere and Palo Santo. Which is hard because most of the things that have frankincense or Palo Santo smell really masculine. But Donna Karen's Cashmere and Palo Santo, she smooths that out. So you not walking around smelling like you should be in a pool hall. Or in a business suit, your name is like Pat. But Donna Karen, Cashmere, and Palo Santo. I mean, it's she did good. She smoothed out the Palo Santo. It's also very cleansing, and so you walk into a room that has a lot of negativity in it, you will be that one person when you wear that. And I've got to find a Palo Santo scent for men, but ladies, you wear that, you'll be the one person that you walk in to a room and everybody's bickering, and it'll calm everyone down, and they're going to attribute it to you. They're going to say, you know what, the day ain't going right. Wear that if you want to take over at your job or wherever you are, because people will always associate you with happiness and good times, because no matter what the gossip is, no matter what's going on, whenever you walk into the room, that Palo Santo is going to cleanse out a lot, and folks are going to go, oh, the air just always gets lighter whenever you're around. Knowing you mean. You're the one doing all the gossiping, but it will not stick to you.
Oh my goodness. That's terrible.
Pray the 23rd Psalm over it and go.
I'm gonna get the budget version of what you had on. I'm gonna wear it outside.
Oh shoot.
I'm gonna find it.
I have it. Here, I'm gonna show you. Hold on.
I don't go outside enough to spend hundreds of dollars on fragrances and stuff.
All right.
You gotta put that behind some UV protection. You got
So what I had on that day was Creed Absolute Aventus. Boy. Creed Absolute Aventus. But if you want something that's like a little smoother and more wearable, then check this out. It's called Alpha 9 Supremacy Collector's Edition. You get the pineapple. Man, why I feel like I'm one of those TikTok influencers now. Look.
TikTok shop.
Yeah. Like
QVC profit. You need to do it. Go ahead and do a QVC live.
Listen, look, Sherry was like with the scent trail. Yeah, listen, I'm telling you.
I smelled it on my kid because he decided to invade your privacy. He was just like,
look, you had me dying because he walked up to me and he was like leaning on me, and then he was like, he grabbed my beard. I'm like, hey, little guy. What's going on, little fella? And then y'all, Naomi was like, "What? Stop! Get away! Get over there! Always trying to take somebody's daddy." And I was like, "What?" Like, one, uncle, and two, how he trying to take people's daddies from him?
He does. He does. He's like, oh, this guy look like somebody who cares for kids. My neighbor, he used to hang out with my neighbor's husband. He go there.
What? He just look. Lex said, "Wet, wet."
He don't be
Lord.
around a bunch of men, so he's like, oh, look, a man.
Hey,
He used to hate men for a long time, and now he's like, oh, okay, they're not so bad.
I wonder where he got that from.
I don't know.
On that note, I'm going to do more research in the women's sense, because there are a lot of the ingredients, especially, and the thing is, you want to go into like the upper tier if you're going to use something for spiritual purposes, because the top tier scents actually use oils and extracts, whereas a lot of the dupes, they do smell more chemically. They smell more chemically. So I'm gonna try to find something like with the women's scents, but like I said, right now the only thing I know is that Donna Karen. That's the only one I know that has like it has Palo Santo in it. Only one I know, but there's a lot of men fragrances because they're very masculine and strong scents. Look, B. Jones said, "I don't wear women's scents." Well, I will. Hey, well, knock yourself out if you want. Honestly, something with tobacco would probably suit you. There's one I wear, Parfum de Marley Layton. It has prominent mint as well as tobacco notes in it. So it's a cleanser like times two. And now that Tom Ford tobacco vanilla. People use a lot of vanilla because vanilla is good for sweetening.
Yeah, men love vanilla. I got a vanilla perfume, but it makes me smell like a zebra cake, and that's too sweet.
Hey, you better watch out. Walking around smell like a zebra cake. They'll try to TD Jakes you. Have you ever been swallowed
I don't want to be swallowed up.
That look of disgust on your face just then. Oh my God. You were just like, ugh. Did y'all see that look of disgust on her face just then? How do you have children, ma'am? How did somebody accomplish that? You were just disgusted just then. You were just disgusted. The look.
I still to this day don't know how I have children.
That look. Did anybody else see that? Oh my God. We're leaving this video up because I want people to timestamp this 1 hour and 15 minutes. The look of disgust on Naomi's face. All right, what's up, Jay? Catch you around, my brother.
I can't help it.
Oh my gosh, you got anything? Any closing arguments, counselor, before we get out of here?
Closing arguments, Lord. Summer's almost over. Mom, stay strong.
Oh. No, I don't. Well, no, it's for you now. I got to see if you can help me brainstorm how to do something with the website. I got to figure it out.
Hopefully,
I got to figure it out. But yeah, I don't have anything. The webinar is on the 23rd, so y'all have a little over a week. A little over a week. It is going to be on enemy workings and protection for enemies. So it's a 2-for-1 webinar. Make sure you go to my website, truthconjure.com, and get your seat. It will be recorded. I highly encourage you guys to get your seat, even if you cannot be there live, because then you will have access to the recording. Because if you wait for me to upload the recording to the website, you're gonna be one of the people in the chat going, "Has new webinar been uploaded yet?" And it's gonna take a while. It always takes a while.
You might forget. You see the playing card still ain't on the website.
I know, and oh gosh, yeah, I got to put that up there. And also, after this webinar, we'll be doing a live community hot footing. So bring the names of all your enemies. And if you purchase your seat, but you can't make it live, send them to me and then I will add them.
Sprinkle of chaos at the end of July.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's almost mom summer. Mom summer starts in August when the kids go back to school and it's so hot. That's when hot mom summer starts.
You know, I have a shirt that says "I love hot moms," and I gotta stop wearing that shirt.
Yeah, don't do that. The inbox.
I wear that shirt. It says "I love hot moms."
That's like I love dad bod shirt.
Yeah, wear that shirt. My sister has a shirt that says something along the same lines, but for dad bods. And I'm like, all right, don't come around here with no more babies. Don't come around here with no more babies.
Dad bods is too broad. It's too
broad. Listen, dad's coming. We come in a bunch of shapes, as fellas.
Yeah, but I mean, dad bods is one thing, but you can't look like you 15 months pregnant. That's different. I'm sorry.
If you're having a problem with your weight, take a little bit of licorice root, sprinkle it behind your stove and behind your refrigerator. Then pray the 23rd Psalm and put the fork down.
And a spoon.
But somebody in the chat, I'm gonna put that up just because I love that thought. Wicked Beard of the West says, "My enemy is lack. My enemy is decrease and insufficient funds." Absolutely, bring that enemy too. Hoodoo is a set of concepts that you can mold to fit your situation. So that is absolutely something. Just like a breakup candle can be used to break up a person from dependency. Break up a person from shyness. It doesn't have to be a break up a person from another person relationship wise.
But you could use black candles, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, Angie says, "I have a list of hot foot." Angie's list. You get it? You see what I did there? Angie's list. Cha-cha. It's time to get out of here. I'm gonna probably
the Barbie channel on TikTok. I think she has there's a black book she has, or a death note, and she be writing people's names.
What if I started doing that? Like anytime.
Don't do that. You gonna get.
Like if someone asks the same question over, or they spam my chat or use all caps, I'll be like, I'm gonna talk about what B Jones is saying maybe later on. But Naomi, are you aware that there's a list circulating between the melaninely challenged witches that they have it's called they call it a hex list. The hex list for the folks that they want to
Yeah, there's somebody on Etsy getting people jobs. Apparently. And they go on Etsy to hex some of the people in leadership, and I'm like that.
But B Jones made the list. I didn't make the list. I'm like, how am I feel? I don't know how to feel.
Oh, dang.
I
don't think they don't want that smoke though.
They don't. So they released a statement that this was not a hex list. It was a list of people that we felt were safe to talk to as a means of inclusion. And then we had some people that we knew would not be open to like coming on podcasts or anything and talking to us about ATRs and whatnot. And you could tell who is who because they they had some folks like brother Eric Cologne, Tata Eric Cologne, who is a palero amongst other things, and he is unapologetic and very open about his beliefs. And so they're like, oh no. So they had him down there, but I'm like, that was a hex list. That was a hex list. But I noticed there were mostly ATR people, and my channel is predominantly Hoodoo. You know, even though I am a Tata, I'm predominantly Hoodoo. So, but yeah, I don't think they
know
want
who
any
they want to
smoke.
play with and who they don't. I'm not the one or the two.
I like that. I'm not the one or the two. You know what? Let me take you out the book because I like that. Look, this is how I race.
Now put me back in the book.
Let me take you out the book.
You know, Kit Kat put me in punishment last night because I said this. He took the scam to another level. Kit was like, "Don't say bad words."
Right, I saw that, and I'm like, I have got to adjust.
I was like, "Dang, you can't say scam."
And let me take my. Oh, y'all are hungry again? Y'all always hungry.
I'm hungry.
Anyway,
again.
let me get up out of here. I'm gonna post another video because I posted a video today about how supposedly gnats and flies and bees and hornets and beetles are signs of spiritual communication. And I'm going to post another because the person who posted that has like this whole altar set up. Like, this is your deity altar, and this is this altar. And then I'm like, you don't have no room for nobody to eat at your house because all the tables got some spiritual shit on it. Like, how anybody supposed to eat? Got my ancestor altar, my working altar. Let me see all the altars.
That's crazy.
Let me see all the altars. And see, y'all be sending me this stuff, and then people get mad at me. And I'm like, it wasn't me. I did not do this.
You make them more public.
Working altar, ancestral altar, goddess altar, the elemental altar. Like, good gracious of life, you got who can eat?
There ain't nobody over there eating.
Some aspects of the spiritual community are a lonely community. So if you know your weird spiritual friends, not the cool ones like myself and most of you, but if you know your weird spiritual friends, invite them to the cookout because ain't nobody else. We want to talk about the game. And they're always talking about, y'all know at this cookout, all these gnats is monitoring spirits. Shut up, Craig.
They try to eat too.
Dang. Always. You know,
like that guy
why y'all got that grill?
My Nubian queen.
Hey, Hotep, my Nubian queen. Man, shut up. We trying to doggone enjoy this barbecue. And you talking about we should have started the doggone grill with ancestor money. Jesus, take the wheel and drive fast.
That poor baby's got brain damage. That's why
I'm convinced ancestor money has hallucinogens in it because everybody who burns it is Lulu. Ancestor money has all types of weird mushrooms and stuff in the ink because everyone who burns it is what Kramer's doing Seinfeld out there. Anyway, I'm out of here, Naomi. You got anything?
No.
All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We appreciate it. Thank you, Brother Gohan, for the gifted membership. Thank you, everyone, for the gifts. Happy Monday.
Happy birthday, Coco.
Right.
Happy birthday to ya. That's the song you got to sing. You don't sing that one.
Prep.
That one's boring.
You remember the prep back in the day?
What the hell?
You don't remember that back in the? I forgot. That was a dance we used to do back in the golden age.
I've never done that.
Back in the golden age, that was the dance we used to do.
I've done that. That's about it.
All I hear is that table.
I'm sorry.
Have mercy. Naomi over there making some change. She over there making some change.
The noises. Not the noises. I don't know how you live in a house with 2 toddlers and you don't like noises.
Because I don't
That's all
like.
they do is make noise.
Yeah, but I don't like steady, consistent little noises. Like I don't like mouth noises and they smack all the time. I don't like loud crunching. And like if a dog barks, it's fine. But if a dog is like burf, 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 I'm like shut up. Can't stand that.
Halo looking at you like,
Golly.
she right next to me too. She like, what the hell is that?
I can't stand that.
You didn't put
and
any
Wreck-It Ralph
batteries in
loves that.
the caterpillar, did you? You don't
Wait,
need to put no batteries in there. In the little caterpillar.
Y'all, and listen, this is what I'm ending with. Naomi brought, because her boys are older than Wreck-It Ralph and Noonie. So she brought a bunch of their old toys down here that was in excellent condition. They're only old as in used, but they're great. Why she bring all the ones that make noise?
Because that's the auntie's duty.
She only brought the ones that make noise. These children have been driving us crazy.
And one of the puzzle, it's supposed to make noise and you take the puzzle pieces out. It only makes noise when the puzzle pieces are in.
Look, and this is Noonie. This is Noonie. No lie. Because yeah, you put the pig in there, it goes. You put the sheep in, and listen, this is Noonie. I said, I'm gonna take that damn thing and I'm gonna frisbee it across the field.
Turn the volume off. Turn it off.
Let me get out of here. My blood pressure going up.
Oh, McDonald had a farm.
Listen, I'm gonna be on the site doing readings all day today, y'all. So when I get off of here, I'm gonna log in to the site. I'm gonna log in to Hipsy. So I will either be on Hipsy for videos and chats, or I will be on the 800 line if you want to do a phone call. Reading.
Yeah, because you got some monsters.
Oh yeah, yeah. Sherry brought me a case of monsters. I am jacked right now. And so yeah, make sure y'all do that. And if you cannot book with me, I completely trust the readings from everyone else on my line. Completely. So I understand if you want me. I get it. I do. I get it. But if you cannot, if you absolutely need a reader and I'm not available, go to everybody else. If you see another green light on my site, go there. Go there. All right. Because everybody's on different times. Lady Luck Dragon on the site, she speaks Spanish. Si tú necesitas español, ella puede hablar. Yo puedo hablar en español un poquito, pero estoy aprendiendo. Necesito practicar más.
See.
Limerence. Bye, y'all. We out of here.
Bye. Have a good Monday. Enjoy your lunch.
Look, Bella's like conceited. Someone said, yeah, better watch Prophet. He is such a narcissist. I'm like, I'm a global icon and a national treasure. I'm not a narcissist. Well, I'm not supposed to think I'm better than you?
No, because the church been telling you to humble yourself.
I gotta humble myself. Like, why should I think people have gotten this whole calling people narcissist stuff blown way out of proportion. That's why everybody is so mediocre nowadays. Because nobody wants to be the best anymore. Nobody strives to be better. You want me to be better than you, but don't say it. We listen and we don't judge. Get out of my face. No, I'm the best.
It's not that I think I'm better than you. You think I'm better than you.
That's the problem right there. Prophet's such a narcissist. I don't think so. But I know what I am. The best. Handing out participation trophies. I'm the proud owner of 0 participation trophies. Generation X. Bye, y'all. Look, hey, let's do the Coco.
Don't do that. That's never mind. I'm not gonna tell you what that is. Don't do it no more.
Coco does that every time. She's like double peace sign. You got something nasty that's supposed to mean, don't you? Bye, y'all. This I don't know.
Young people.
What type
just
of
want-
freaky side of the bed did you wake up on, Naomi? Bye. Good.